Greetings, 3D printing fans. Just thought I'd take a moment here to do a little bit of a review video of some ZYLtech rainbow filament. I've heard a little bit about this from various different people, but thought I'd go ahead and give it a try, take a look at it, and see how it prints. I have no connection whatsoever with ZYLtech. I just like their filaments. So all opinions are my own. So we'll go ahead and see what we can do with this, and let's get started.
25725.
Okay, one of the things I can see with the ZYLtech filament, the rainbow filament that I like, is that the colors are not as harsh as some of the other rainbows that I've gotten. So they're more of a soft color, and you can see what we've got here. And we'll see how this prints. So I'm going to be printing some prints with my Prusa Mark III S, and let's go ahead and do some printing. Let's see what we can get. Okay, I pulled a model off of Thingiverse. This model is done by gkhellas. I'll leave a link in the description below if you're interested in this. I like this model because it has a lot of detail and shows a lot of nuances in a lot of prints. So, first of all, let's go ahead and take a look at this. I think that this filament itself is gorgeous. It prints well. I haven't had any problems with it. The layer lines, you can barely see the layer lines in it, but if you see that detail in that print, and it's not just one, it is repeatable. See, here is another one. I am not sure how he did this model, but I think that this filament has just made it absolutely beautiful. I didn't have any stringing. And you can see the color change there. The color change is pretty smooth and subtle, so I really like this filament. It's made by ZYLtech, of course, and I guess the only criticism that I could say for this filament, if you notice, this is a very large model, and it takes a very long time to print this, and we don't have a lot of color change for the size of model that it is. And I've heard that this is a common criticism of this particular filament from ZYLtech. The filament itself prints beautifully. I can't have any complaints whatsoever with it. But like others, you know, unless you're printing a large print, you're not going to get much color change. So that would be the only criticism that I have for it, but that's not an uncommon thing that I've heard about this filament. So I will leave a link in the description below to where you can go to ZYLtech and get some of this. I think it's a good filament to use, especially if you're wanting something that you're going to get a reliable print out of. The filament is consistent. I really can't say anything bad about it other than the fact that it takes so much filament to get through the color transitions. One of the suggestions that I've heard, that if you're wanting to see a lot of color changes in a small print multiple models on your bed at the same time so that it makes it through more filament. That will work, but if you're like me, when you're printing a model and you're wanting to print something specific, you're not wanting to throw a whole bunch of different things on there that one may not exactly be what you're wanting to do at the time. Or, you know, how many times have you had a model printing on the printer and one piece of it break off and then you've messed up the whole printer, the whole print job? So, you know, that's some of the things to think about if you're going to go that method. But definitely, I recommend that you try this from ZYLtech. It's not as expensive as a lot of the rainbow filaments there are, so that is one of the things. But in my opinion, it's probably one of the best rainbow filaments that I have tried out so far. So, a good thing for you to try. So, all I got to say left over for that is, if you like what we're doing here, appreciate a like and a subscribe. And until next time, happy printing.
257 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 0 2 5 7 2 5 7 2 5 7 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 0 Count 7 4 Count 7 4 1 2 4 7 0